everybody is welcome to my YouTube channel on the topics of data backup. My name is Pravir Kumar Ganguly. Data backup is a system maintained by the database management system, and this backup is essential for the database. And this is various types of backup is there, and essential on this ground that for the disaster management system. Maybe artificial or natural disaster is there, maybe the server crash or natural disaster, various types of natural disaster. The data backup is essential. Data backup is taken periodical way, on a regular basis, or it is stored at tape, disks, flash drives, etc. Data backup is classified by various ways. According to that scope of collection, it is three types. Scope of collection means what types of data it is collected, a scope of collected. According to the scope of collected, data backup may be full backup, where total database is taken as a backup. Data file, storage file, structure, logical files, tables, procedure, log files, etc. So it is full backup, and it is taking more time-killing process to complete the full backup. It is also high risky, and high storage is required for the full backup, complete the full backup. Another is differential backup. Differential backup is less time taking job, and it is taken, and this procedure, differential backup, collect the data after full backup. After last full backup, the change files is taken by the differential backup. Another backup is incremental backup. Incremental backup collect the data, and this collection is according to the last backup. It may be any type of backup, but after last backup, the changes of the file is collected, data collected, is copied by the incremental backup. So full backup is taking more times and is highly risky, storage is high. Differential backup taking less time, and incremental backup taking more less time. And according to the database deactivated, activation. The activation means when database is working in full press, the read and write operation is continuously going on. And this position is top position of the database. Normally it never wants to take the backup at that time, but if it is required to take the backup when database is working and read and write operation is going on, then it is called hot backup. Hot backup means backup is working at full pace, and it may be a data clash may occur, or any types of hazard may occur, and it is also time-killing process. Next is warm backup. Warm backup when read operation is going on, but write operation is stopped. Then it is take less time and is less critical than hot backup. And last backup is cold backup. Then when the two operation, read and write operation is stopped, then it is called cold backup. It is more safety, you have more safety and no risk at all at the time of taking the cold backup. According to the database content, what type of content it has taken, it is divided by two types, physical backup and logical backup. Physical backup means storage, data storage files, and the other files related with data, real-time data, other types of data which is taken by the physical backup. Logical backup means SQL commands, data structure, table, procedure, log files, etc. When backup is taken by this way, that is called logical backup. So, according to the data content, it is divided by two types, physical backup and logical backup. According to the database deactivated, it is three types, hot backup, warm backup and cold backup. According to the scope of collection, it is divided by three types, full backup, differential backup and incremental backup. Full backup. Full backup is time consuming, no doubt, but it is taking all types of data and resource intensive. So resource is required, more resource for storage is required for full data backup. This is typically performed by a regular schedule, and one schedule is there, sixth schedule is there for taking the full backup. It takes all selected data, including files, folder, and such application. High storage cases required for the collection for the backup. Backup speed comparatively slowest, restoration speed fastest. SAS is a cloud-based software hosted by the vendor and accessed by the user over internet through web browser or mobile app like Google Workspace, Microsoft 365. Failures occurs due to the mainly following reason. It is a vast data backup procedure, full data backup. So it depends upon so many varieties of dependence. One is incomplete backup due to the aging media. Same media is using by the system, lack of proper testing. It is a ground of failure, and infrastructure problem. Infrastructure problem is there are so many items is attached in these cases, which is dependent on the infrastructure. That is a version of the software which is using. The software version is main factor. Lack of permission. Permission means the full backup is running on various types of small software. If this software is required permission, appropriate permission, if it is not done, then full backup may collapse. And lastly, cyber attack is a problem. So full backup is tough, normally very tough, according to the other backup. And its failure rate is higher than others backup. Normally, other backup is full backup procedure. It is normally included at schedule of every day at specific point of time, cost in time, performance impact on the entire system. Full backup store heavy data, hence storage media should be ready and not be corrupted. Properly it is done. Differential backup. Next backup system is differential backup. Differential backup is cumulative changes after last full backup. So it is taken data after last full backup, changes it is taken after last full backup. Amount of data comparatively smaller than the full backup. And differential backup refers the changes after last full backup system. Incremental backup. Incremental backup, successive changes of data after last backup. The changes which is done after last backup, any type of backup. So incremental backups taking or collecting data after last any type of backup, what the changes is done at the system. It reduces the storage space comparatively other types. It is divided by 5 types. multi-level incremental, block level incremental, reverse incremental, byte level incremental, and incremental forever. So 5 types of incremental backup is there. Hot backup. Till now, we have already discussed backup type according to the content of backup, situation of database backup. Now, we will discuss the hot backup, warm backup, and cold backup. Hot and warm and cold. Hot backup, when it is hot backup, when the system is running, database is running database, write and read operation is going on. If the backup is taken at that time, then it is called hot backup. It is, of course, more time-killing job. It is also hampered the running database, of course. But if it is required, then hot backup it is called. Warm backup, when database is running, but potentially on read-only state, write operation is stopped. It is less critical than hot backup. Cold backup means it is offline database backup, and that requires to be database shut down. So according to the hot, cold, and warm backup, hot backup is more critical or risky than other two backups. According to the database content, what type of database, what type of content it is collected by the backup system, it is divided by two types. Physical backup, when the connection, this storage file of database and database data tables, etc., then it is called physical backup. Backup of actual data files and storage structure also. When logical data backup, it is called when it is collected the structure of the data tables, procedures, and etc. log files in the SQL format. Then it is called logical backup. Normally, physical backup requires more storage than logical backup. So, according to the database content, it is divided by two types. One physical backup, another is logical backup. Continuous data protection is also a backup type. And this is a backup of recovery process, capture real-time changes. CDP allows to restore data to any point in time before a failure or corruption occurred, and create electronic journal version-wise. Serverless backup. When we are taking backup, normally it is storing at the storage at the server. But when server is not taking the responsibility, or server is not providing the storage, that is when owner host is not providing the server storage, the storage for storing the backup, then it is called serverless backup. When server solely data storage provider, then it is called owner host system. But when server is not taking the responsibility of data backup, then it is called serverless backup. So where data is storing, it is storing the another places or any remote places where you want to store. Cloud backup. Cloud backup is organized by online system, and this storage is online remote structure. Anywhere it can store, or it can store a duplicate copy maybe for greater safety. Cloud backup storage is physically detached from the PC or normally where data is collecting point, and it is maybe defines copy at cloud. So cloud backup is online backup, and it can store any types of remote location. And third party normally enable third party to store to contact for the cloud backup. RPO and RTO. RPO means RPO shows a tolerance point up to which the data loss can be tolerated. When the backup is going on, there a point is detected, is scheduled or fixed, that what type of point up to that point data loss can be tolerated. And RPO maintains that point. And also RTO means time. RTO maintains the time to minimize the time for backup, for taking the backup. So RPO and RTO. RPO means recovery point object. It locate a point for recovery, and RTO means recovery time object. Its normal objective is to minimize the time of taking backup. This is my end of the video. Please subscribe my channel for latest video.